Hello class, and welcome to this Bloxels EDU tutorial video introducing the Bloxels EDU Arcade. In this video, we're going to learn how to publish a game to the arcade. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the builder portion of the app. From there, we're going to select games, and we're going to pick a game that we've already made. I'm going to go ahead and pick Smars. So I'm going to tap on it here and open it up. The first thing that we're going to look for is to make sure that we have checkpoints. So as you can see, these little white dots on the map, those are my text blocks, and text blocks can be turned into checkpoints. So we're going to drag our character down, and we're going to check these out. You can see I have one on each side of me. So let's go and interact with one. That green check mark you see there above his head means that this text block is a checkpoint. Let's hop across real quick. Now you can double check to make sure by opening up your X-ray to see where your text blocks are, tapping on the text block, and then clicking on the block in your game. This little slider here tells you that you have your checkpoints turned on. Make sure it's slid over to the right in green. Next, we're going to look for an end flag. I know, because I made this earlier, that there's an end flag up here, so let's go there. Down where you see the word goal, there's a little checkered flag icon in the door. If we tap on this icon here, and then tap on that flag, we can choose which ending animation we want to use. We're going to stick with fireworks for this one. Let's test it to make sure it works. Alright, that looks like it's working just fine. The last thing we're going to check before we head over into the arcade is to make sure our game has a title. So click on the top here and make sure you put a title in. Now we're going to go to our menu bar on the top right and go to Arcade. This is the Bloxels EDU Arcade. From here, we're going to go to the top left and we're going to tap the Publish button. We're going to go ahead and grab the game we just looked at, Smars, and it's going to bring you to this checklist. The first thing it will check for is if we have a title. We already checked and we're good, so hit OK. The next thing it's going to let us do is choose a starting point. You can take your character and drag him all around the level, just to make sure you find the right spot for your game to start from. I made a start point, so let's leave him right there. Go ahead and tap OK, and we'll move on to the next step. In the next step, we check to make sure your game has an end flag. We made sure of that when we were playing the game before, so we're good to go. Go ahead and hit OK. Now we can choose to edit our hero, edit our background, or edit the music. The music all has little icons now and titles so that you know what kind of music you're picking. I'm good with what we've got, so we're going to move on. Here in tags, we can add places for our friends to search for our games. So this game's about space, so let's put space. And it's also called Smars, so let's put in Smars. And last, the main character is an astronaut, so let's put astronaut. When you're done with that, click OK. Now we get one more chance to play our game if we want, before we hit OK. But we've already played it, so we're going to hit OK. And now we get to hit the big old Publish button. Check out the cool animation. That's pretty rad. Now what you'll see here is that your game is searchable in the Bloxels Arcade. You can tap on the link on the bottom and copy it to share it, or you can tap on the game ID to copy it and share it. Let's hit OK. From here we can throw that copied game ID up in the search bar, and our game pops up, right there, Smars. You can also go to My Games and see all the games you've published. I've published 2. In the bottom right corner of each game, there's a little heart, and if you tap on that, you can favorite it, and then go down to your favorites and see all the games you favorited. That way, when you look through games and find some that you like, you can tap the heart on each one to favorite it, and then always find them in your favorites. You can also see games that have been uploaded by your classmates. Let's jump in the search bar one more time and put that game ID in and tap on our game. From here, you can tap on the screen and it will cycle through the different checkpoints that are in your game, giving you a little bit of a preview. When you're done with that, you can hit the left button on the little console here, or the play button. The cartridge pops in, and you get to play your game. Let's give it a shot. I fall from my little starting point, collect some coins, jump on a bad guy. Let's walk over here for a second. Ooh, ow, that hurt. Looks like everything's working pretty well. From here, you can tap on the top right and jump out anytime you want. When you're done, be sure to check your games to make sure your game is in there. And you can also see how many people have played your game. There's one play on Smars because I just played it. Also, you can always go to your favorites and see all the things that we liked before. And that's going to do it. Welcome to the new Bloxels EDU Arcade. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more updates from us in the future. Bye!